migrants getting on the train. Bunch of migrants.
Siéntate.
Yo, my plug. What the fuck is this?
Dale, Ángel.
Yo, my plug. My plug. That's crazy.
Apártalo ahí. Ah, está ahí.
It's on.
Yeah, so basically the question was what?
Just what you think about the migrants?
Oh yeah. I think that the Spanish migrants should just go back home and learn English first before they come over here. I think the African ones are doing very, very, very well. They came strictly over here. They got jobs with some Mexican shit, and I think that's what I think. Man. The Spanish niggas get the fuck on. We want to get Spanish niggas, please get the fuck out of here. It's already enough for y'all niggas. Y'all niggas not Mexican. Y'all niggas ain't working like no Mexican nigga. Yo, all them Cuban, Venezuelans, Equus, whatever fuck what. Bro, go back in the swamp.
The migrants came over here yesterday, and they still coming over here. What you think about them? They're getting $350 fucking a week, and guess what? It's an agenda. It's an agenda.
What else?
And as long as they tread lightly, they'll be alright. But they already making all types of crazy moves. But tread lightly.
Migrants is that they create an artificial. Yeah, they create an artificial competition for local resources that people who resided in this state and city been here all these years, and now all of a sudden they find themselves shortchanged for basic resources like loans and benefits, housing, etc. And our tax-paying dollars covers for these expenses. So now we feel unfair that you press a button and all of a sudden you got these resources that go to people who don't even have credentials or ID, and these funds and resources is diverted, and that's the artificial competition that I'm talking about, period.
They not posting it on the news, but the migrants are still coming over here. I didn't know they were still coming over here, but I was coming from Philadelphia, and I got on the train at Trenton. So the train was supposed to stop from Trenton. It was supposed to go to Hamilton, then Princeton. Then from Princeton to New Brunswick. They made a special stop for the migrants. Before Princeton Junction and New Brunswick, they made a special stop. And they got on. When they got on, I said, what the hell? There was so many of them. It was like a scene out of our Amistad movie. You ever seen the movie Amistad? With all the slaves on the boat and shit? It was like a scene out of the movie. I said, oh shit, look at all these refugees. They have all blankets on them and all that. It was just crazy. They made a special stop just for them. Only them got on.
They just came from Texas. So they come from Texas to Jersey to Penn Station, New York, to the hotels in New York.
Many of them caught stealing in order to pay for fake IDs to gain employment.
Migrants looking for fast cash to get a job can wind up as pawns in a criminal operation. A Venezuelan gang called Tren de Aragua has made its way to the borderland.
This rapidly expanding gang has spread throughout South America and now into our communities.
Transnational criminal organization known as the Tren de Aragua is a Venezuelan gang that has now infiltrated its way into the United States through various sectors of the U.S.-Mexico border.
A new migrant gang has successfully infiltrated the United States. Their operations have remained shrouded in secrecy, and the presence of this gang has sparked fear. As details emerge, the true extent of their reach and influence is becoming clearer, painting a grim picture of the challenges ahead. The authorities are on high alert, implementing measures to track down and apprehend members of this dangerous gang.
The presence of Tren de Aragua in New York City. We're seeing all these brazen cell phone robberies where two guys on a moped will go onto a sidewalk in Manhattan and they will steal a cell phone out of the hands.
Two of the suspects in this case are members of a brutal Venezuelan gang. That gang is called Tren de Aragua.
According to reports, approximately 1,000 gang members successfully escaped following a prison break at Takaran Prison in September 2023.
They got crowns on their neck. These gangs is worse than New York gangs. New York gangs ain't got nothing on these dudes, man. Like, out in their country, they got a cartel. In New York, they got gangs. Cartels is worse than gangs. Cartels be shooting at their police, taking over their government, just like what they got in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? These gangs is worse than these New York gangs. These motherfucking El Salvadorian, Venezuelans, these niggas will take over this city, man. You know what I'm saying? The Bloods will have their hands full. They'll make Rikers Island go crazy. These dudes is worse than these gangs out here. That's why I try to tell these dudes out here. Like, we ain't never had gang members out here just jump on the police like that. Like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then get out jail the next day. And shooting up, they 15-year-old shooting up JD sporting goods store and shit. Just shooting up stores and robbing shit. New York niggas don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? These dudes is worse, nigga. They from a third world country, man. This nothing in America is worse than their country, man. They the murder capital. Venezuela, you better be lucky these El Salvadorians ain't over here. They worse than the Venezuelans. You know what I'm saying? You had a prison out there in their country, named Takaran. 1,000 people just escaped from there. And some of those 1,000 people are right here in New York City. One dude just caught a body. He been deported back to his country 7 times. And they got a gang leader called Hector Flores. He ran his prison like it was the streets. They had a nightclub. They had a water park. They even had a zoo. Check that out. The jail that they was referring to, that's what they had in it. They had water parks in there. Kids used to come there. They had a zoo. They had a tunnel underneath the jail that people can come in and out from.
Has issued a warning that Guerrero Flores may be hiding in the United States. The criminal syndicate is engaged in various illicit activities, such as thefts, narcotics trade, illicit money transactions, and human smuggling across South America. Law enforcement agencies caution that the organization is seeking to broaden its global influence. Presently, they possess an extensive operational network spanning multiple countries in South America, including Brazil, Colombia, Peru, and Chile. It is interesting to know that when 11,000 soldiers raided Venezuela's Takaran prison in September, they were met with something far from a typical correctional facility, upon what resembled a corporate headquarters and a theme park for the notorious Tren de Aragua gang. The criminals had constructed a pool for swimming, an area for children's play, a court for food, a field for baseball, a bar, a disco, a shop for betting, and even a zoo while accommodating hundreds of their wives, children, and girlfriends. This establishment served as their headquarters for engaging in criminal activity. In exchange for order, officials allow them to do whatever they want. The authorities expressed concern over the possibility of these gangs collaborating with other criminal organizations in New York, causing widespread chaos, exposing America to various criminal activities, or instigating violent territorial conflicts between gangs. The Tren de Aragua gang, also recognized as TDA, has infiltrated various states including New York City, Texas, Florida, Illinois, and Georgia. Many TDA members wear Chicago Bulls basketball clothes, even though they don't have anything to do with Chicago or the Bulls. Not only does this gang rob, they have been trained to be hitmen.
Gang members. Law enforcement says they are infiltrating cities in the United States and maybe forming alliances with gangs that are already established here.
A 23-year-old Yerwin Salazar, a migrant from Venezuela who lives in South Florida, has been charged with taking the life of Jose Luis Sanchez Valera, who is a retired police officer.
Alleged member and a Venezuelan migrant is now being charged with murder of a retired Venezuelan police officer in South Florida.
As stated in a Miami-Dade police report, Sanchez departed from his residence at approximately 10 p.m. on November 27th. He proceeded to the La Quinta Inn Hotel and Suites located at 3501 NWW 42 Ave to rendezvous with a woman in room 310. After spending 4 hours in the room, he exited and descended to the lobby via the elevator, where he was accompanied by two women. While the women proceeded to the lobby, Sanchez exited the hotel through a side exit that led to the parking lot. Upon entering his car, three unidentified individuals wearing dark clothing emerged from a silver sedan parked close to the Sanchez's vehicle. They proceeded to physically remove Sanchez from the driver's seat and forcefully placed him in the back seat. Shortly after, surveillance cameras captured Sanchez's 2018 Toyota 4Runner, leaving the parking lot with the three unknown individuals and Sanchez in the back seat. The Toyota later returned to the parking lot, and one of the attackers exited the vehicle and entered the silver sedan that they had left near the victim's car. At approximately 3:40 a.m. on November 28th, the police received a report regarding an armed home invasion at a Doral apartment, which was later identified as Sanchez's residence. Two male individuals, armed with a firearm, forcibly entered the apartment and demanded jewelry from the roommate of the victims. After successfully obtaining a safe from the victim's bedroom closet, the subjects fled the scene in a silver sedan that matched the description of a silver sedan seen at La Quinta Inn Hotel. When leaving, one of the subjects informed Sanchez's roommate that they were affiliated with Tren de Aragua. Sanchez was discovered hours later in his vehicle, his body, hands, and feet tied with tape. The autopsy revealed that the cause of death was mechanical asphyxia. Evidence found in the vehicle indicated that Salazar was involved in the abduction of Sanchez. Salazar was apprehended in Broward County and brought to Miami-Dade court to answer to charges including armed home invasion, carjacking, and he is presently detained without bond.
Don't keep like chicken.